let's take a look at these peptides. So this one is Thymosin Beta 4, used for healing and recovery. It has an immune component, but it's generally good for just healing tissue and recovering from damage, muscles, tendons, ligaments. Then we have BPC 157, stands for body protecting compound. If that doesn't explain what it does, then I don't know what does. That's a really sort of generalized peptide that your body produces naturally inside your gut and puts it into your blood. This is, of course, taking it exogenously a little bit to give your body a little bit more as you age. And then the one that we're going to mix together is CJC and ipamorelin. This is a combination of two that is what's called a growth hormone secretagogue, which tells your body to create more of its own growth hormone. So as you age, your body's growth hormone production goes down, you start deflating, and this will tell your body to create its own growth hormone. Back in the day, people used to just take growth hormone and just inject it. This is, in my opinion, a safer way. And all of these are prescribed to me by a doctor. They're not bought off of some shady website. I get them completely legitimately, and they come from a compounding pharmacy as well. So let's take a look at how we pair this solution that, as you can see, is powder based. We're gonna mix it with some bacteriostatic water. We'll take the cap off of this. We've of course washed our hands already, but we're also gonna wipe it down with an alcoholic swab, and we're gonna do the same thing to our bacteriostatic water. In fact, we're gonna do it to all of them before we inject. So give that a good wipe down, and give this one a good wipe down as well, even though we just opened it. You'll get instructions on how much bacteriostatic water to put inside each of these. In this case, we're going to put 5 milliliters. You can see here that our syringe is 3 milliliters. This is a larger syringe. It just makes it easier to add the bacteriostatic water. When we inject, we're going to use these very thin subcutaneous syringes that you can basically barely feel. If we put this into ourselves, this would be more of an intramuscular syringe, but this is just to draw the water and put it into the solution, into the powder. So we're going to do 3 milliliters once, and then we'll draw another 2 milliliters to give us a total of 5 milliliters. Just slowly draw that after you insert it into the center of the rubber seal on the top. Got 3 milliliters there. Now you can just hold this down. Make sure not to bend your needle. And it's pretty much going to dissolve instantly. So we're putting 3 milliliters in now. Great. Now we're going to draw another 2 milliliters to get us to a total of 5. Great. So a good way to get this back on is to not pick it up and slide it in. Just leave it on the table and slide it in that way. That way you don't risk pricking yourself with the needle. Now we got rid of these. We're going to put these in a sharps container. But now it's time to take our peptides. Let's go ahead and start with our first one. So you can see this is a very little syringe, and we're going to draw up 10 units. Again, you know, when you get this from your doctor, they're going to tell you how much bacteriostatic water to mix and then how many units to draw in. And we're just going to draw in 10 units here. It's not a lot. This is the Thymosin Beta 4. We're going to use your alcohol pad there. And we'll just come in at a 90-degree angle and sort of slowly put that in. Obviously it doesn't take long to get just 10 units into there. Alright, easy peasy, didn't even feel it. Same thing here, we're going to slide that on there and then cap it. We're going to dispose of this in a sharps container. Okay, on to the next one. Next we're going to do our BPC 157. This is the body protecting compound. It's good for overall healing, tissue repair. Your body produces it naturally in your gut, and we're going to give ourselves a little bit extra. Since I'm working out pretty heavily these days and trying to get some muscle and reduce my fat, this will be helpful. tissue repair. Since I'm putting such a small amount in, I don't mind coming to the same area. You can sometimes put some here, think of it as quadrants, 1 quadrant, 2 quadrants, 3 quadrants, 4, and rotate one each day if you're taking them daily. But again, since these needles are so thin, you're really not creating much tissue damage. Alright, and we have our last one here, our CJC ipamorelin blend. Again, this one is telling my body to secrete its own growth hormone, as opposed to putting a whole ton of growth hormone that my body doesn't make into me. This is just telling my body to generate growth hormone, which will help muscle recovery, fat loss, and again, we're not taking these 365 days a year. Cycle them for a month or two and then take several months off. To me, this is a little safer than taking, exogenous testosterone or exogenous growth hormone, which can be done safely and also with a doctor. There are services that do it, but you have to do it safely and make sure that you know what you're doing. You do not want to buy that stuff at the gym. The last little injection. Voila. Easy peasy. I literally didn't feel it go into me once. And we're going to get rid of all of these in a sharps container. And there you have it. We've taken our peptides today, help our body heal, help us grow big and strong, especially as I'm getting older here in my late 40s. Would I be taking this if I was 21, 22? Probably not. But as you grow, your body produces less growth hormone, your body can't repair and heal as well. So I found that it's helped me to live the life I want to, get the results that I want to. And I do a lot of testing to make sure that, I don't have cancers growing in me, my heart health is strong, all my biomarkers are strong. These are all done in pretty low doses. There's some people who do much higher doses of these things. I tend to do half, a quarter, or sometimes even less of what a lot of times folks tell you to do. I just feel safer that way, and I still see the results. So that's the approach that I like to take. And that's me taking my peptides.